Welcome everybody to week number 4 of PRT League West action. We're starting with Canada Advance 70% true random and some settings handpicked by the Reapers. You can see we've got no blizzards or fog, we'll have unstable portals, and we earn fixed card bonus with a 60-second turn timer. So should be a absolute wild one. Mamba here first in turn order for Team JMX playing as white. Okay, so we expect to see bonuses definitely taken. You can also see alliances on here. Bonuses surely will be taken in this fixed game. The question is kind of who gets left out. Always tricky when you play Canada Advance because they're not true balanced. Spawn can matter a little bit, but there's a lot of bonuses to go get, as you can see there on the map. All kinds of options out there. Okay, we already get the good game from Noob, which seems bad. Okay, second turn order here, we have Cecil Dogan playing as red for the Philadelphia Freedom. Looks like they want the Alaska play, the Freedom taking Alaska. We'll get your stream adjusted slightly here. Trying to make sure we maximize this for you guys. Alright, so no bonus taken there. We earn true random dice, so anything can happen here. Here goes Omnia and Sir Tyler. Third in turn order here for playing as blue. Oh, sorry, I have that. There we go. And we're going to see some angry dice stuff tonight. Noob does get the bonus. So again, bunch of bonuses here. It was a failed... So a really good bonus for JMX and Mamba there, getting the +5 of Newfoundland and Labrador. Could be OP here. We'll see. Cecil Dogan, the Philadelphia Freedom, failed to take the Alaska +4 turn 1. Sir Tyler gets the Alberta +5 turn 1, and the Reapers right next to him in Saskatchewan get the +4. And here goes Chonk in Zango, 5th in turn order here. Alright, Call of War, last in turn order here for the 69ers. These early bonus plays critical in what these guys are going to be able to get and generate long term, especially in a fixed game. Oh, lost 3 there. Losing all over the place here for Call of War. He missing? Oh yeah, he's missing that where that red 1 is. So he's got 1 territory left to take the +8 of Quebec. It was a +6 of Ontario taken by Zango and Chonk turn 1. So turn 2 here we've got, we'll go through each of the teams for you so you remember who's on each one. Team JMX here, represented by I Am Mamba in this one, owned by Horseboy, Jax Wild, and Zycron also on the team. And they do take their +4 there of Manitoba. Here go the Philadelphia Freedom, playing as red tonight. Philadelphia Freedom, owned by Crackle, Matt Talaw, Cecil Dogan playing in this one, and then Bradamite also on that roster. What's up, Andre? Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay, so the Philadelphia Freedom do get Alaska there. That's the +4 of Alaska for them, but they're getting on turn 2, so they're a little bit behind early. We'll see how much of an effect that has. True random, it may be more the dice luck having an effect versus that. And here we go for Omnia. You've got Sir Tyler playing in this one, Not Young Me and I Am Rugster, the co-owners. Feliz filling out that roster of 4 for Team Omnia. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna sit in 1 bonus plays. It is a little tricky in True Random. You gotta have some guts. We saw True Random earlier, actually, in the Central League match earlier today. But they were in progressive games, so it plays out a little differently. These fixed troops are so valuable and can be lost so easily when you try to go run through a bunch of this map. It is a 70% game here in Canada Advanced. Alright, here are the Reapers, the host this week, the ones that picked these diabolical settings. Grimshanky, the owner, Brilliant Frog of White Meadow, Noob 2.0 playing in this one, Arco filling out that roster for the Reapers. Next up we have Chonk. Tonight's representative for Chonk in Game 1 is Zango, Chunk the Bunk, the owner, General Rivers, and Tally CXL filling out that roster for Chonk, playing as orange tonight. Okay, so it's the Yukon take there for Chonk. So they're going to take a +6 and a +3. I can't imagine people are going to feel like Zango gets to hold all of that. But also the Reapers holding 2 bonuses there. They're holding a +9 also. So a +9 for the Reapers and Chonk. We'll see how everyone reacts to that. Now, a +8 is going to be taken here by Call of War, taking the +8 of Quebec. So your last 3 in turn order will be 9, 9, 8 in terms of bonuses being generated each turn. First in turn order, you got Mamba, who also has 2 bonuses, and JMX is getting 9 troops a turn from their bonuses. So first is 9, last is 9. The Reapers, no, first, 4th, and 5th are all getting 9 in generation, and the 69ers are getting 8. Omnia just getting a lowly 5 there in Alberta so far. And the Freedom getting a lowly 4 in Alaska. So currently the Freedom and Omnia look like they may be the fish in this one. Again, we're in True Random, so kind of anything goes, but we're already down to 18 troops for the Freedom here. They can't feel good about it. They did come into this one number 1 in the standings. Number 1 in the standings after week 3. Freedom up there at the top with 30, Omnia in second, 26. Those 2 teams are the 2 in the worst position here in Game 1. So we may see a tightening up of the leaderboard here after Game 1 in the West. Here goes Cecil Dogan for the Freedom. He's got to find a way to either generate more troops or get into a position that makes him really tough to kill. We are in fixed 70, so kills aren't necessarily required. The way scoring works here in the PRT League, a win gets you 10 points, a bounty gets you 3 points if you get an immediate trade or the victory on that turn, and a failed 70, meaning you get to 50% but not 70, loses your team a point. goes Sir Tyler, also sitting in the 1 bonus play right now, but gonna take Greenland. Okay, let's see what kind of dice he gets in true random here. He's got some 2s to work through. Oh, he gets very clean rolls. Couldn't have gone much better up there for Sir Tyler in Greenland. And Noob says good game. Thinking that might be a bit of an OP position there for him. For Sir Tyler and Omnia. So Omnia now generating +10 with the Alberta and Greenland play. So it's only the Freedom with kind of the small bonus left. They've just got a +4. They've got an outside chance at Northwest Territory if they can get some good dice here in true random. It looks like their next play. Zango's got the +6 of Ontario and the +3 there of the Yukon. He's also got a position down in the States there in Minnesota. True random, every card you take gets you a little bit nervous because who knows how much you're going to lose on that one. We see a bit of mining going on here from Call of War, building those little 2 mines. Those are really tough to get through in true random. You can lose a lot of troops on it too in true random. That's the concept behind that mining that you see there by Call of War. See what he decides to roll for a card. No 100% rolls in true random. You just got to kind of roll and hope that it doesn't go too badly for you. All right, back to the top of the turn order for turn 4 here. I am Mamba and JMX. They're getting 9 a turn from their bonuses. Looks like he's just creating that stronger position in the middle of the board. Here goes Cecil Dogan for the Philadelphia Freedom. They're the definite fish here. They're not lowest in troop count yet, but they're on their way to it. Just getting the +4 of Alaska here. And the next lowest is the +8 being generated by the 69ers. Okay, so it is a play for the bonus. Can he get it? He does. Yeah, he gets it. What a play there. Works out well, rolls it really well, gets the +7 of Northwest Territory to go with the +4 of Alaska, and that may have just saved the Freedom's game there, now being the +11, the biggest bonus generation in the game. But they did get it later than everybody else, so we'll see how they get to hold it, or if everyone tries to keep them down. Currently, your bonus generations, JMX is getting 9, that's 11 for the Freedom. Omnia getting 10, the Reapers getting 9, Chonk getting 9, and the 69ers getting 8. Sir Tyler just working a position down there in Oregon. We see more mining hitting the board here. You expect that from the Reapers. That's a classic Arco move. Arco, one of the Reapers. Probably the one that pushed for some true random settings from their team. I don't think Noob plays a ton of true random. Here goes the Zango for Chonk. Long draft phase here for Chonk. Maybe working out some different options. Keep in mind these guys could be working together here, talking about the way to play it. This is game 1 of 2 of the night. Ooh, a nice roll there on a 3. Only loses 2 and takes the freedom out as a bit of a feed move. And Cecil Dogan does not react well to it. A little upset. Definitely makes the kill on the freedom a lot easier potentially for someone to go for. Oh, it's an early trade here. Remember, we aren't fixed. It's a 10 trade here for Call of War. Does he cash in for an early bounty? It's kind of been the 69ers MO. Oh, it's just a break. Oh, it's a break, and that's risky depending on how the freedom will react to that. He didn't break both bonuses, just the +4. Kind of an interesting play there from Call of War and the 69ers. Creating an enemy, but not technically taking the enemy out. I don't think Mamba goes for this. We'll see. Oh, maybe I was completely wrong. He just hits the 3. So everyone teaming up on the freedom. Certainly frustration here for the freedom. They do get their bonus, though. They get 11 troops. Do we see a lot of revenge taken here? How do they play this out? What kind of reaction do we get from Cecil Dogan? He was broken by the 69ers, but before that he had a 3 hit by Chonk. And then we saw Mamba and JMX take out another stack. So it's been pretty equal teaming going on. Rolls and lose 1, stays there. Keep in mind there are alliances on, so these guys are chatting in the background. Here goes Sir Tyler and Omnia. He sits in this. We're in unstable portals. He's sitting here, maybe just prepping for a potential opportunity next turn. He's seeing the writing on the wall that something crazy might happen. Okay, just another 1 hit there of the freedoms. No breaks, though. But the freedom taking the brunt of the teaming here in game 1 tonight. They also probably felt that happened last week. No breaking there by Noob, just a couple of hits. And the Reapers. Here goes Zingo for Chonk. He trades in for a 10 trade. Does someone take the cheap kill, potentially cheap kill? Remember, we're in true random, so there's no such thing as a guarantee here. That kill could be very, very expensive. Another long draft phase. These guys really thinking through their options. Remember, they could be in teams discussing this in their VCs, talking about how they want to play it out. Okay. Chonk does decide they want the 3 bounty points. No, they further feed to Call of War. So we see a little teamwork happening here. We saw this a lot last week, and there are alliances on here. So teams can work together to talk about how they want to deal with it, and it looks like the 69ers are going to take... Oh, that was a tough roll. They're losing some serious troopage. They're not going to be able to get the kill, but they're going to end up feeding it potentially to JMX here and Mamba. Just a 4 trade on 5 for Mamba. He wanted a bigger trade for sure to go finish off this kill. Don't know if there's much Cecil can do even if he stays alive. I mean, trading will obviously help. Okay, Mom's gonna take the 31 up. He loses 11 on the 5. Now he's gonna take the 18 around, which is gonna be expensive. He slowly rolls down. He's getting much better dice now. Yeah, the dice turned around, and that is the death of the Freedom as Mamba and JMX get the first bounty here in Week 4 in PRT League West. 3 points for Team JMX. That's the end of the Freedom's Game 1 opportunity there for Cecil Dogan. Tough game. They were had a little tough time getting that first bonus, which is always a real deal breaker here in Canada Advanced. Let's see what JMX can turn this into now. They're still at 68 troops, so they're still in a great spot. I think it was at 69, by the way. Well played, Chonk. Here goes Sir Tyler. For Omnia, maybe thinking through the best plan of attack. Do they try to take Mamba back down? We know there's a lot of communication happening in the background. I know. What's up with that, Cecil? It is on. I feel like it was different pairs teaming on you. Okay, Noob is taking Yukon for the Reapers. Wants a little more bonusage. Troop count pretty close overall. Mamba's on 5 cards because he got the kill there for JMX. So they'll jump back into a very similar number. The weakest being Call of War and the 69ers there at the bottom on 49 troops. Remember, this is a 70% game, so not necessarily the case that another kill happens. But who's got the guts to make the run? We saw a pretty awesome run earlier today in Canada Advanced in the PRT Central League game in True Random. But it just takes some guts, and it was done by Pete, the Peteman. It just takes some guts to go for it. Call of War was part of it both weeks? Okay. Yeah, I think 69ers were part of it both weeks, but I feel like the joining partner, this week there were like 4 different teams that were helping. Keep in mind there is a lines chat in the background, so these guys can be working out, you know, what they think's best. See what kind of trade Mamba gets on 5. First time JMX only got the 4 trade, the dude trade on 5 cards. Mamba taking a very long time to draft here. Look at all those 2s of Call of War there in Quebec. And then you got the 2s down in Ontario and even in the northeastern US. It's a tricky map to run. You're going to need a good roll, but anyone could do it with good dice. It's just taking the risk. Because you could lose 10 troops on a 2. We saw some big losses earlier today on 2s and 3s. Here goes Sir Tyler, Team Omnia. They're sitting on 97 troops and 21% of the board at the start of their turn. They've been holding those 2 bonuses since turn 3. He's got the 8 in Idaho to help him out down below. And the 13 up above. It just hits, but he leaves a 4 sitting out there, blocking up the board a little bit. Mamba saying good game, thinking Noob's running it. Mamba and Noob have a little bit of a mind game going back and forth here. We've seen plenty of good games from Noob already in this one. Now we see the good game pop out there from Mamba. Kind of saying you should run it, maybe trying to coerce him into trying to run it. He's on 98 troops, and it's a tough map in True Random because you just got to hit a ton of territories. So we don't have blizzards here. It's going to be all but 27. 64 territories you got to take. So they don't have enough troops right now to make that run, probably, unless they just get fantastic dice. Here goes Zingo. Chonk has been able to get back into the game. I guess they were in a good position from the start. I was just thinking how they took over Alaska really helped them boost them. Okay, so Zango and Chonk are building a big slapper stack there on the far west side of the Ontario bonus. Sitting right next to a 24 of JMX. One crazy thing about True Random is you could also win like a 2 on 24 if you want to roll it. That's the stakes of True Random here. Game 2 will turn back to Balance Blitz Dice. It'll be USA Advanced in a World on Prague game. Mamba saying good game earlier. Now he's got the troops that Noob had. If he really believes it, which I don't think he does, but if he really believes the run's there, he could run it here. Don't think we'll see that. Think we're going to have to be at like 120 to 130 troops before we see a run here. Which won't take long with the amount of troops these guys are getting off bonuses. Long draft phase here from Mamba. Maybe he is thinking about... I mean, he's not going to run it here because he's used up all the time. Maybe he is thinking about how he wants to line it up to run it. Kills are probably off the table now. Call of War has done enough to get back into the game to where that kill would just not make sense anymore. You only get 17% of the board and you got to go through 85 troops and a bunch of 2s. We'll see if he starts consolidating now, though, or if he wants to keep playing defensive. Usually you got to trust that the players that are further ahead to play the defensive and put the mines out so that you can keep your troops together, because it's going to take everything you've got to make the run. So we'll see if we start seeing some consolidation here from the 69ers. Now that they've kind of gotten over the hump of being the fish. Extremely unlikely we see another kill unless someone fails a 70 and ends up leaving someone super weak, which is possible. Remember, a failed 70 run is getting to 50% but not getting all the way to 70%, and that'll lose your team a point. We saw a bunch of failed 70 runs in week 1. We have not seen that number of failed 70 runs since. Alright, Noob on 117 troops. He's also got 4 cards. But he hasn't really made any impressions that he's running it anytime soon. Okay, so Noob's got a 30 stack right in the middle of the board, sitting right next to Mamba's 30 stack. And then a 27 stack of Zango on the other side. Really blocking up that middle path down the board. At some point, someone's at least going to start a run, and you can start a run in the 70 and kind of see if you're going to get a crazy roll or not before you go too far, and maybe not completely open up the game by making that run. Call of War up to 97 troops, so he's staying right in there with everyone, even with the... Ooh, okay, and he is going to threaten another bonus. I'm not sure exactly what the play is there, if he's just threatening, trying to get the bonus. We'll see. There's the Mambanator. Uh-oh. Just taking some territories. Just wanted to get to 12 territories. Remember, you got to get 64 territories to get the 70% here. Okay, this is an early play here by Sir Tyler. It feels like a run's happening. We're at 28%. Maybe just wants to test the waters. Oh, loses 5 on a 2, loses 4 on the 4, 2 on the 2, 1 on a 2, 3 on a 2. True random dice, not treating him super well. He's only halfway there. And a long way to go. His 14 stacks also trapped up in Greenland. Feels like it's going to be a tough road to hoe there. He does break up Call of War's bonus there. Call of War in an even rougher spot now. Does that open up the board enough for Noob to think about making the run here? Zango already thinking it does. Saying good luck from Team Chonk there. Okay, we're up to 38% here for Noob. Working on the run. How far does he go? He's at 41, 42, 46, 47. Does he pass the point of no return for the Reapers? 51. We're past it. He's got to either hit it or they lose a point here. 57, 58, 59, 60. He's got his 8 stack here. Gets to 63. Nothing left. So it will be a failed run there for the home team, the Reapers, on their home map here in Canada. Not out of the game yet, but they will lose the point there for the failed run. Okay, let's see what Zango can do here for Team Chonk. Does he just take back some of the map? Most likely. It's not really a kill available. The run by Noob actually hit pretty much everyone equally. So no one's like super weak after that run. So I can go up to 35%. Don't think he actually flirts with making the full run here, but we'll see. He's up to 39. He's got the 38 stack. Let's see what he does here. No, he's out of time. He's at 41%, and he leaves Call of War on 69 troops, except the 3 ruin that. Does Call of War make a run? Just take the chance? Does he try to take a bonus and play a long game here? We'll see. See what the 69ers do here. Sitting on 72 troops, they got to get 64 territories. So they would just have to have perfect true random dice to get anywhere close. And hoping for perfect true random dice is a dangerous life to live. Yeah, I think he just plays for bonuses here. And we're getting the good games. Basically, everyone's saying Mamba's just going to be able to easily run the 70 here for JMX. We'll see. I don't know if there's a lot Call of War could have done. I mean, he breaks them there. There's only so much he could have done because of the 3 big stacks there for Mamba. See what Mamba does. He's only at 5% of the board. He's only got 5 territories. He gets the 8 trade. He's at 104 troops. He's got to get 64 total territories, so he's got 59 territories to go from where he's currently at, and he's already used a third of his time here in draft. Unlikely we see the run here. Definitely not going to see the run based off half the time being spent in draft. Everyone thought he was going to make the run and win the game here. But Mamba playing it slow. Maybe the break from Call of War was just enough to convince Mamba not to run it. Mamba takes back his original bonus and says my bonus of Newfoundland and Labrador. He also takes back his other bonus. So Mamba just wants his bonuses back. He's not asking too much. He wants his +9. He's got Manitoba and Newfoundland and Labrador. Sir Tyler on 75 troops. No one really on enough troops besides Mamba. And I think that may be why Mamba waited also, saying, I don't have to worry about you guys making the run. And I'm just going to cash in on some more bonus troops and make it an easier run. So Tyler just hitting some stuff down in the US. Maybe just taking everyone's percentages down here. Breaking people. Maybe this is a run. He's at 64 troops and he's got to get to 64 territory, so it seems pretty unlikely. Yeah, he's just taking some of the board back. Just a cleanup play there from Sir Tyler. Noob gets a 10 trade on 45 troops. Maybe this results in another kill down the road if these guys keep hitting each other like this. 3 Reapers on 45 troops. Gonna take a bonus back. Okay, so these guys are gonna work on rebuilding their armies. He's gonna take 2 bonuses here, actually. As long as the dice work out for him. He takes Alberta and Saskatchewan for a +9. He's also looking at Alaska to get a total of +13. How about that greedy play? Here goes Zingo for Team Chonk. He's only got the Yukon +3 currently. You think Mama had it easy, Cecil? Everyone else seemed to think that also. Do we see someone break the Newfoundland Labrador? I think Mamba maybe thought no one else could run it until his next turn and it'd be easier. I don't know. It's a good question. We rolling a 30 on 33? No. Hits the 5 though. Trying to make it a little tougher on him. Mamba just going to be at 8 territories. Maximum. Okay, Call War gets the 10 trade. Does he break the Newfoundland and Labrador bonus with it. Yeah, he does. Okay, so everyone kind of realizing Mamba's in too strong of a position. We can't give him that, so they're kind of working together a little bit here to make it tough on Mamba. Okay, Mamba at 95 troops. We're gonna have to fly through this board. He's at 9%. And a long way to go. We know he can fly. Looks like he's going for a breaking play here. Okay, he's gonna steal Greenland from Sir Tyler. Can't save those troops. He's still got a significant troop lead, but now it's getting tougher and tougher to get 64 territories. Does someone go for just a wild kill here? Very interesting 4-player, 5-player in-game. Sir Tyler now with no bonus only has the 10% of the board. He's got just one big stack. Mamba trying to make it as tempting as possible for everyone else to go get the Omnia kill here. The good news for the Freedom is they've had a nice 40-minute break since they were taken out of this game to really get rested up for game 2. Okay, it is a bonus take here for Cecil Dogan. He takes the +4 Manitoba, so he at least has one bonus. Here goes Noob, who was able to hold the +4 of Alaska, but lost the other bonuses to Mamba. And he builds some mines down in the US. And he hits Mamba to say, "Stop breaking my bonus, Mamba." Here goes Zango. Zango able to hold the +6 of Ontario, sitting on 62 troops. Long draft phase here from Zango. He goes ahead and takes a bonus instead of breaking anything. He wants the +7 of the Northwest Territory. See what Call of War can do. Does he retake his bonuses? Likely here. Yep. Yeah, it takes them both. So that would be a +13 if Call of War can hold that for a turn. Don't think he will, but let's see. Does everyone keep forcing Mamba to break him? I think Mamba definitely breaks Call of War there. Do we see teaming at some point here? How are the alliances working? It's hard to tell who's working together. Everyone was kind of working against Mamba there for a little while when he was on the edge of being able to make the run. Mamba's spending a ton of time in draft here, trying to decide if he wants to break everybody or take. It looks like he's going to retake. He's going to take back Labrador, Newfoundland. So everyone let each other hold bonuses, and we're going to rebuild our armies. Let's see. Kind of gone back and forth a few times here. Does Sir Tyler try to take the Nunavut +8? He's got 4 ones to hit to take it. Ooh, just the dude trade on 5 for Omnia here. That is not what you like to see. I think he's going for it, though. He's going for that +8 of Nunavut. I'd give a +12 there. He gets it. It's a +12 there for Omnia. And a huge chunk of the map, 19% of the map there. Mostly held just within those 2 bonuses. Here's Noob, who has the most of the map at 21%. He keeps leaving the 2s. Probably as partial purpose there to just hold more territories. Noob classically likes to sneak extra troops via the territory count. Very good at doing that. And Mamba blows a bubble that blows up in his face. And Noob cheers about it, so we have that going for us. Alright, Zango getting to hold some major bonus troopage here. Chonk getting +13. Okay, now Mamba and JMX no longer the troop leaders. They're behind both Chonk and the 69ers now. Both in troops and cards. Game has flipped a little bit here. Chonk and the 69ers kind of been working together for this whole game. They may be just tightly aligned here between Zango and Call of War. And how they're playing this. Okay, another bonus take here. And Mamba's territory grows a little bit smaller. Mamba gives the questioning face. We do have unstable portals here that'll close up for this turn. And Mamba definitely breaks the 69ers here after that play. They're going to lose their +8 of Quebec. Because they wanted the +3 of Yukon. Mamba must be feeling squeezed, but doesn't break. Interesting restraint there from JMX. They don't break back the 69ers after they steal a bonus from them. Very interesting play. Here goes Sir Tyler and Omnia. I think Noob's telling them to go for... I don't know. I don't know what the attack was there. Very interesting way this game shaped up. Noob now the low troop total at 55, but he's got 2 pretty solid bonuses still. And he's got 2s all over the board. Noob jumps up to 70 here on his turn for the Reapers. The home team here, the setting selectors here in Canada Advanced True Random, 70%. Fixed. Just remember, next week we will be playing Tuesday 0 UTC, so Monday night here in the US. 69ers will be the settings deciders for next week. All right, we do see the Reapers go and take another bonus. Next week's settings set by the 69ers will be Command Base C1X, a giant map for 70% fixed, and then Earth 2209 for World Thom Prague. So should be some interesting ones next week here in PRT West. Call of War to 102 troops. Is it enough to make the run? No. Does not go for it. Interesting. Plus 22 is huge. Okay, Mamba at 103 troops, though. He's right there with Call of War. The true random definitely makes players a little more nervous trying to make that run. It's just tougher to count and know what you can get without any 100% rolls. So we got some major bonus taking here. We're getting high troop counts again. We got a lot of 2s on the board, which makes you nervous in true random. But it's overall pretty open. Not a ton of medium stacks on the board. Remember, you need 64 territories. That means you got 27 you don't have to take. Definitely less than 27 medium stacks or big stacks on the board. Now, Noob's already lost the point for the Reapers, so they can't lose anymore if you make another failed 70 run. So he's got the least to risk by trying the 70 run. These guys now sitting at 117 troops for Chonk. That should be about right to make this run. Obviously barring getting terrible dice. But definitely next turn with the 5 cards, Chonk should have the opportunity to make a run. If they so dare. And Call of War already up at 124 troops. Looks like no trade on 4 potentially. They're being blocked there by Mamba and JMX from getting to Greenland with no portals up there. No, you can only get one -1 per game. Okay, we do see where the portal is going to hit in Greenland. It's not going to open up that Greenland play for anybody but Mamba. It's going to make the run significantly tougher not having a portal up there in Greenland. Mamba has effectively marked off that part of the map. Of course, you are playing true random, so you could always roll like a 5 on 40 just to see. Take your chances. These guys have gone from bonuses to attacks, kills, 70 run failed, no bonus game, and back to a bonus game And now we're going major bonus game. So we've kind of had a little bit of it all here in this one. Gotta think Mamba's 240 stacks are enough to do this. Let's look at some of the pathing here for him. He's got to hit potentially a 12 stack. But this portal will open up next turn, so it could open up a whole new path over here for Mamba to take out Quebec. This 40 comes down over here. 17 cleans up a little bit down here. $134 troops now for Zango. You are going to have to hit some medium-sized stacks and the 8 trade. You're going to have to hit some 5s and less than 5s to make any run here. But you've also got major stacks that we're dealing with. So I think at this point, if we were in balance blitz, I think we would have seen the run multiple times by now. It's just the true random concern that's really sticking out there for these guys, not knowing what they could lose at any time. It's a 6 trade on 5 for the 69ers that are at 155 troops. Again, the problem for everybody but JMX is they don't have access to Greenland, and they're not going to have access to it for at least 2 more turns. Alright, the only player with a real shot at making any kind of run right now would be Mamba and JMX here. But they don't seem very keen on doing that. They're on 5 cards and haven't even traded in the cards yet. There we go. Oh, just the dude trade. That could sour any interest in making any run. We get the cards hate me from Zango there. And the cards hate me back from Mamba. Mamba's going to take here probably South Dakota, Minnesota area. He does take Minnesota. And we're up to the 130 troops here for Omnia. 19% of the board. They've got kind of a line going right through the middle of the board here. But no access to Greenland. Portal will need to happen up there in Greenland, and even then I think Mamba will have time to cover it just fine. So it becomes very tough to make this run as long as JMX is using their troops to kind of block that part of the board up. It's only 10 territories that you can't really get to, but that makes you have to get through a lot of other stacks on the board. It is still doable. $160 troops now for Zango and Chonk. Nothing doing there. Again, you're playing true random, so any one of these players with this many troops could take their chance at the 70. We get the good luck here from Mamba, thinking that the 69ers are running it. Let's see. Okay, it's an early hit of a 2. Do they go anywhere from here? No. Just a hit and move back here from the 69ers. Let's see what Mamba is. Mamba thinking it's time? I think the true random just debilitating right now for these players. Mamba definitely getting closer. So we got 2 portals coming up in Greenland. Very possible next turn is just impossible for Mamba to block all that off. Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't even try to block the bottom portal off. The 2 portals in Greenland could be critical here for someone feeling like this is their time to make their run. So we'll see what portals are unguarded on the southern part of the board. That also could have a major effect. Let's see if Sir Tyler moves into that portal just below Greenland, which would give him more access. Maybe just some of his troops move up here into this portal. Yeah. Oh no, he moves to the side. Okay. He goes slapper stack next to the portal. So he's not going to block the portal, and he's not going to use it directly into Greenland. I think we see all of these players set up their potential 70 runs right now with those upcoming portals in Greenland. I could be wrong. Yeah, we see a big portal stack here from Noob. He's going to go with a 30 stack in the portal. Zango at 174 troops. Hits a Noob 2. Noob doesn't like his 2s getting hit. Noob is at 20% of the board, 25% of the board here for Call of War. Now at 195 troops. See if there's a trade on 4. Again, Mamba giving the good luck. Good game. 195 troops should be enough to take 64 territories. Again, we are playing true random, so that makes it tough. Also, you don't have that Greenland access till next turn. We don't know how much access you'll really have because Mamba can still guard there on his turn, being first in turn order. Let's see how Mamba plays this. He can go defensive and guard those 2 portals. He can go offensive and try to make his run on 157 troops. Getting a long draft phase from JMX here, trying to decide what to do. See how they decide to guard those portals at the end of this turn. The 22 down below is going to have to hit something to take a card. It's going to have to hit a 3 at least. Yeah, he goes ahead and mines up Greenland. Loses 3 on the 3, and how much does he move? No, he doesn't move anything else besides the 2, so just mines there in Greenland. Still should be doable for either Zango and Chonk or Call of War in the 69ers, depending on what kind of dice they can get here in True Random. Call of War's got a 27 that can really have only has a one-way go here into Alaska. Potentially could take all of Alaska with it. The 52's got access through the bottom. 25 can take Greenland. Your 14 can come through a little bit here, depending on how blocked up it gets. Yeah, and Sir Tyler keeping that block there in Idaho. 10 for Noob at 176 troops. Oh, Noob's going again. Here we go. Second time's a charm. 26%, 27% of the board, 29%, 31, 32, 35, 36, 37. 41. Oh, is this? No, not a kill attempt. 48, 49, 50, 51. It's gonna try to get some right there and go down. Okay, yeah, go over and around. 58%. 62%. 64%. 65%. And that's all he's got. Gets to 65. Here goes Zango with a wide open board. 140 something troops. Should be an easy win for Chonk here. First, he's got to retake all this stuff that Noob took. He locks in at 22. Gets pretty decent dice on it. Still shouldn't matter. Should have plenty. His time's going to be the problem here. He's only at 16% and he's almost at halfway through his time. 21%. 24, 25, 26, 27. Zango's going to have to fly here. 29, 30. 31. 32, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Noob is angry because he's getting hit so hard by Zango. 47%. Noob's down to 38 troops, so I think Chonk could even make his run through Noob and reset that clock. So Zango only gets to 48, doesn't lose a point, doesn't get to the 50 for a failed run. Here goes Chonk in Call of War. Just got to move really fast. I think if you can go through Zango saved by the clock, you think he would have kept going? Let's see if the kill helps you with time, and time is really tough here in Canada when you're making this run. So the kill of Noob would be very beneficial for resetting that clock. Let's see if that's how Call of War plays it. He's at 41% of the board, about halfway through his turn. Still can't tell if he's actually going... No, it doesn't look like he's going to go for the kill. He kind of goes the opposite way of the potential kill. I think the clock reset was the thing he could have done there. He's only at 50%, so now he's got to go. He's going to run out of time. He needs all of Alaska, 58. And then he's got to take his 10 up and over, and he can't split in time. Just ran out of time. Had to go for the kill there, I think. So it is a failed run there by the 69ers. They will lose a point. And here goes Mamba. Mamba can move fast enough. He's going to go for the noob kill. He sees that as critical for getting the reset, I'm sure. So JMX at 29%, 30%, 31. Cleans up the rest of the northeastern U.S. here. 41%, 42, 43. Yeah, he's lining up that noob kill. He sees the path. I think that may have been a mistake by the 69ers not getting that noob kill. There's the noob kill. The Reapers, the host team here, getting taken out by I Am Mamba of JMX. I Am Mamba redeeming himself. He was unable to get a point in week 1 when he played for JMX, and it looks like he may take the 70%. He does. Congratulations to I Am Mamba and JMX on getting the win here in Canada. True random, 70%. Really interesting game, really interesting in-game. And well played by Mamba, being the one that could use his speed to get the win. He also changed the bounty into the win.